All right, time loop fans, get ready for a wild ride. You know that feeling when you're stuck reliving the same day over and over? Well, these movies take that concept to a whole new level. Sci-fi, horror, action, comedy, you name it. If you're into mind-bending, reality-twisting flicks, then you're in the right place. This is Filmflix, and let's check out the top 10 time loop movies you need to watch in 2025. Kicking off our list at number 10 is River. This Japanese sci-fi comedy puts a fresh spin on the time loop concept, and trust me, it's a wild ride. Picture this: a cozy little hotel, a bunch of guests, and suddenly, bam! They're all stuck in a 2-minute time loop. But here's the twist: everyone knows it's happening. So instead of freaking out, they try to switch things up, and, well, it doesn't always go smoothly. Since the loop resets every 2 minutes, the guests remember everything they did before. That leads to some seriously awkward, hilarious moments, kind of like a chaotic sitcom. But beyond the comedy, there's some real depth here. As they relive these moments over and over, they start reflecting on their past choices. What if they caused the loop? Can they break free by changing their ways? With its mix of humor, clever storytelling, and a little bit of self-discovery, River is a must-watch for fans of time loop movies. It's fresh, fun, and totally worth your time. At number 9, we've got The Incredible Shrinking End. This sci-fi comedy takes the time loop concept and cranks it up a notch. Meet Alba. She's out celebrating her 30th birthday with friends on a weekend getaway. Sounds right? Well, not for long, because she gets stuck in a time loop. But here's where it gets really wild. Every time the loop resets, it loses an hour. Talk about a ticking clock. Alba's already feeling stuck in life. No job, living with her dad, and totally unsure about what's next. Now, as time literally slips away, she has to figure out how to break free and make the most of the time she's got left. The movie dives deep into her friendships, her struggles, and those big life questions, while keeping things light with some humor. It's a clever and emotional spin on the time loop genre that keeps you hooked. If you're into sci-fi with heart, The Incredible Shrinking End is one you don't want to miss.
Get off of me, man! Get off of me!
At number 8, we've got Two Distant Strangers. This one's not just another time loop movie. It's a powerful short film that packs a punch in just about 30 minutes. The story follows Carter, played by Joey Badass, who's just trying to get home to his dog after a one-night stand. Sounds simple, right? Nope, because every time he steps outside, he ends up in a tragic encounter with a police officer. And then the loop resets, again and again. This movie isn't just playing with time, it's making a statement. Through Carter's struggle, Two Distant Strangers shines a light on racism, police brutality, and the harsh reality that some people can't just avoid danger, no matter what they do. The time loop makes it painfully clear how the system traps people in an unfair cycle. It's emotional, intense, and incredibly thought-provoking. No wonder it won an Academy Award for Best Live-Action Short Film in 2021. If you want a time loop story that's not just entertaining but important, this one's a must-watch. Coming in at number 7 is The Final Girls. This horror comedy takes the time loop concept and throws it straight into an 80s slasher movie. Yeah, you heard that right. A group of high school friends suddenly find themselves inside a classic slasher flick, and now they have to relive the movie's 92-minute runtime over and over again, murders and all. Every time the loop resets, they scramble to figure out how to survive and, hopefully, escape. But here's where it gets personal. Max, one of the students, realizes her late mother starred in the original film. Now, while dodging a masked killer, Max has to face her own emotions and decide what really matters. With its mix of horror, comedy, and total creativity, The Final Girls is a must-watch for slasher fans. It's packed with clever nods to classic horror tropes, but it also brings heart to the chaos. If you love scary movies and time loops, this one's an absolute blast.
Well, high school things, just a blip.
At number 6, we've got Before I Fall. This thriller mystery is based on a young adult book, and trust me, It's got all the feels. Zoe Deutsch stars as Samantha, a popular high school girl who thinks she's got life all figured out until one fateful night. After a car crash, she wakes up stuck in a time loop, forced to relive the same day over and over again. At first, she's just trying to break free, but soon she realizes this might be her chance to make things right, especially with a girl she once bullied. As she repeats the day, she learns that every choice matters. But here's the twist. Some things might be inevitable, no matter what she does. With its mix of mystery, drama, and life lessons, Before I Fall keeps you hooked till the very end. It even won a Teen Choice Award, and Zoe Deutsch's performance? Absolutely on point. If you love time loop stories with heart, this one's worth a watch.
They sent us a video.
Whoever's watching, I just wanted to
Cracking the top 5, we've got The Endless. This sci-fi horror flick takes the time loop concept and makes it seriously unsettling. It follows two brothers, Justin and Aaron, who decide to revisit a weird cult-like commune they escaped years ago. They remember it as a harmless, peaceful group, but oh boy, were they wrong. When they return, things get really strange. People seem trapped in repeating time loops, and some eerie, unseen force is controlling it all. As the brothers dig deeper, they uncover bizarre patterns, creepy phenomena, and some chilling truths about the cult. The more they try to understand, the more twisted things become. With its mix of horror, sci-fi, and indie-style storytelling, The Endless delivers something truly unique. It's actually connected to the director's earlier film Resolution, but don't worry, you don't need to see that one to enjoy this mind-bending trip. If you love mystery-packed thrillers with a creepy edge, this one's a must-watch. Sailing into the number 4 spot is Triangle. This horror mystery takes the time loop concept and cranks up the tension. It starts with a group of friends enjoying a day at sea until a brutal storm capsizes their boat, leaving them stranded. But just when they think all hope is lost, they find an abandoned cruise ship. Sounds lucky, right? Wrong. Once on board, things get seriously creepy. A masked killer starts hunting them down, and soon they realize events are repeating in a way that shouldn't be possible. The more they explore, the more unsettling patterns emerge, and the truth behind the time loop starts to unravel. Inspired by the Greek myth of Sisyphus, this one's all about being stuck in an endless, inescapable cycle, literally. With slasher vibes, ghostly chills, and a psychological twist, Triangle is packed with surprises. It keeps you guessing the whole way through, and trust me, you won't see that ending coming. If you love mind-bending horror, this one's a must-watch.
Someone's been the busiest little beaver.
Blasting in at number 3 is Boss Level. This action-packed sci-fi flick feels like a real-life video game, and trust me, it's a wild ride. Frank Grillo stars as Roy, a former soldier who wakes up every single day stuck in a brutal time loop. And here's the kicker. Each time the day resets, he's got to survive a non-stop onslaught of deadly assassins trying to take him out in the craziest ways possible. Explosions, car chases, sword fights, you name it, he's dealing with it. But this isn't just mindless action, there's heart too. As Roy keeps reliving the same day, he starts to uncover why he's trapped in this loop. Along the way, he also takes time to reflect on his choices as a husband and father, adding an emotional punch to all the high-octane chaos. With its relentless pace, insane fight scenes, and video game-inspired storytelling, Boss Level is pure adrenaline. If you love action movies that never let up, this one's a must-watch.
scared me.
Coming in at number 2, it's Happy Death Day. This horror mystery mixes time loops with slasher movie vibes, and it really knows how to keep you on edge. The story follows Tree, a college student who wakes up on her birthday only to get killed by a mysterious killer. But here's the twist. She wakes up again, right at the start of the same day, and the whole thing repeats. Yep, she's stuck in a time loop, reliving her birthday and her murder over and over. Each time she dies, Tree tries to piece together clues to figure out who's behind the killing and how to break the loop. But it's not just about survival. Through all the death and chaos, she starts learning more about herself, her friends, and the people in her life. It's a clever twist on the usual slasher formula, and the mix of suspense, humor, and mystery makes it a total blast. Happy Death Day was a huge hit and even got a sequel, Happy Death Day 2U. If you love a killer combo of horror and time loops, this one's a must-watch.
Come find me when you wake up!
Kicking off at number 1, it's Edge of Tomorrow. This sci-fi action movie takes the time loop concept and runs with it. Tom Cruise stars as Major William Cage, a PR officer with zero combat experience, who gets thrown into a brutal alien invasion. He's immediately killed, but then wakes up to relive the same day over and over again. Sounds like a nightmare, right? Turns out, the time loop is caused by his contact with the aliens, and each time the day resets, Cage gets a little smarter, a little stronger, and a lot better at surviving. He teams up with Rita, played by Emily Blunt, a soldier who's been through the same loop. She trains him, pushing him to improve as they try to figure out how to stop the aliens and break the loop. With epic action scenes, clever sci-fi twists, and a hero who gets better each time, Edge of Tomorrow is a wild ride from start to finish. The tagline, "Live, Die, Repeat," says it all. If you want non-stop action with a great story about learning, persistence, and strategy, this one's a must-see. And that's a wrap on the best time loop movies you can watch in 2025. Which one blew your mind the most? Drop a comment below and let me know. If you had a blast with this list, smash that like button, hit subscribe for more epic movie recs, and don't forget to ring the bell so you never miss a video. So I'm Palmad from Filmflix, signing off for today. Catch you in the next one. Peace out.